Here I have a tricky question for you. Why is this tricky when it came to 3 terms? Notice when we were doing the other guys, they only had 1 letter. Here I have 2 letters. I have A's, but I also have B's. So this makes it a little trickier for us, but we're going to do the same steps that we've been doing. Remember, anytime it says factor completely, let's see if we have a GCF. Maybe the letter can disappear if we have a GCF. So I look and I say, let's go through A through D. Do I have matching parentheses? Nope. Do I have the same letter in every single term? A, no. B, no. So I don't have a common letter. C, I don't even have a number here or here. So I can't have a common number factor. And D doesn't start with a negative. So there's no GCF for this guy. Then we count how many terms. 1, 2, 3 terms. No leading coefficient. Remember, no number here. So I'm going to do shortcut. 6 steps. Step 1, set up. 2 sets of parentheses. Break down A squared as A and A. Step 2, sign issues. Remember, minus sign means that we're going to have different signs here. When it's different signs, it's always, no matter what, 1 plus, 1 minus. You don't have to look here. It's always 1 plus, 1 minus when it's different signs. Step 2, do the combos of the last term. Now notice this has letters and numbers. To do the combos list, you can only focus on the coefficient or constant. Forget about the variable part. So let's do all the combos of just the 12. So if we do the combos of 12, we get 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and then 4 is already up on the board as a repeat, so we're done. We got 3 combos. Now that we got our list, step 3, step 4, let's see what we have to do with this list. Are we going to add or subtract? Remember, anytime it's different signs, we're always going to subtract our list. So when I subtract, I get 11, I get a 4, I get a 1. Now, 5th step. Let's see if any of these matches the middle. Now this is where it's a little tricky. Some of you are going like, wait, there's no number here, so no match? Well, you got to remember how many times I said, if you don't see a number in front of the letter, the variable, there's always an understood 1. Because 1 times AB is AB. So if I snuck in this 1, then you can clearly see we do have a match. So we're going to choose 3 and 4. Alright, so we're down step 5. Step 6 is placement. So we got 2 different numbers here. The higher number is 4. Let's see. It's going to get a plus. So I'll put a 4 here and a 3 here. Now are we done? No. Because if I multiply this and this, I'm not going to get B's because there's no B's in my answer. Well, remember how I said I broke down the 12 as 4 and 3? How do you think I'm going to break down B squared? Kind of like I did A squared. Break it evenly. But notice, since the B squared is with the 12, I'm going to break down the B's to go with how I broke down the 12. So it's not going to be 4, because I broke down the 12 as 4, but I'm going to break down the B squared as B. And the same thing here. I broke down the 12 as 3, and then B squared we broken down as B. So this makes it a little tricky. 1, that you had to put in that imaginary 1 there. And 2, because we had 2 letters, if this is B squared, you break it evenly, but put it as the second part of each of the binomials. So this is our final answer. A plus 4B, and then A minus 3B as your 2 factors.